Hi Libra, welcome to your year in review. I want to make sure I have my volume up. I do. This is your 2023 year in review, by the way. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are just intuitively guided. Thank you for just trusting your intuition. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to do any clarifying. I'm going to use 2 different decks because I want to look for the synchronicities between the two. So we're going to use the Psychic Tarot as the second deck, but for the main, look at that. Look at that. King of Wands. That's crazy. I just spent like 15 minutes shuffling these decks, and the King of Wands is in the upright on the bottom of the deck. So, for some of you, we may be talking about an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We'll see. Let's put him back in there, though. And let's go ahead and give everything a shuffle. Make sure he's really in there. And then if he's meant to come back out, he will. Alright. Let's go ahead and begin. So we're breaking it down per season, winter, spring, summer, and fall, though we are also just reading it as a whole, like as your story unfolds for the year. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to bring the lid down, and well, we start with the Emperor. Great energy to start with if you're thinking of self-employment, if you're already self-employed. This could be verification for some of you, like that you're meant to lead people, meant to guide them, let's say, but also supervise, you know what I mean? Like, to me, the Emperor is someone who has lived a long life, even if it's only been a short life, but a lot of experiences. Truly a lot of wisdom. Emperor is someone we normally would look up to. He is in the upright, so as of right now, I see no reason why we wouldn't. This can also represent the father figure, too. And I'm saying that because my nephew, who was born September 24th, is Libra, and he just became a father. So, I always feel like my own personal experiences relate to many of you. So, father figure. Let's keep going. We have the 3 of Pentacles. I have to tell you, anything you're thinking about doing within your creative house, especially now, let's just say in the winter months, maybe this is when I'm really bringing it to the table or bringing it to the world. This is about your creativity. This is about your uniqueness within it. So, a million people can do what you do, but no one can do it quite like you. That's a song, isn't it? No one. I can't think of who it is. I'm thinking Carole King. I don't know. But still, no one can do it quite like you. This is appreciating your uniqueness within your craft. And this is other people appreciating your uniqueness and what it is you bring to the table. This is very, very good energy for your money. But, I feel even beyond the money aspect of it, though I do feel like it's part of it. I feel like it's almost like I feel like you're going to have a love. Like, this is something that you love to do. It can be something that's like you sing, or you write lyrics, or you write a book. Or you have an organization, we don't want to just limit it to like that type of craft. But let's keep going. We have, hello, Palace of Cups. So when I see the Palace in this deck, I feel like this is energy that I'm shooting for. This is the energy that I would like to manifest. And then, well, Queen of Wands came out. So it can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. By the way, she is mirroring the Emperor. And let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Eight of Wands. Libra, fast-moving energy. Fast-moving energy. Anything that's been at a standpoint, a standstill, I don't think any longer. You know, and it's interesting, the Queen of Wands marrying the Emperor. Well, when I think of any of the wands, I think of action. I think of someone who moves according to what I'm passionate about. You know, it's like not working a day in my life if I'm truly passionate about it. What I think about, I bring it back. What I think about, I bring about. Also an 8. So can certainly stand for new beginnings. Okay, we're going to go ahead and right away bring in the Psychic Tarot, because I want to get the whole spread out. You know, it's like, I feel like we open the year with you working on your pentacles, you creating through your uniqueness. But then maybe we start moving into the area potentially of love. Palace of Cups could certainly represent also working from the home, because I feel like there's just a real love. Like, I feel like there's a love for what you do, and if you haven't begun it yet, this is something within. You know, you could have gone to school for it, but it's still, I feel like it's about something that's passionate to your own soul. Sometimes we don't even know that until we take a step into it. All right. Wow, look at this. We have the Empress coming right under the Emperor. Wow. We have the Devil coming next to the Empress. Card of Capricorn, by the way. We have, okay, I don't love seeing that. This is the Eight of Swords. This is a self-created prison. Over what? Well, it's coming under the Palace of Cups. So, you know, it could talk about, well, I almost feel like you got it worked out as it relates to your pentacles. Even if you're just beginning, I feel like, you know, it's like, and in the Eight of Wands, you know, don't be surprised if epiphanies are coming to you, because I feel like half the energy is me sending my wishes out into the universe, and the other 4 are my wishes coming back to me. But this kind of puts a little bit of I don't know, maybe it's just a pause in your love life, but we'll see why. Okay, well, that's why. A previous tower. It's interesting because the tower is mirrored by the Empress, and the Empress, you know, she's received towers. So has the Emperor. We all have. These towers are interruptions, destruction. Doesn't have to be destruction, but it's interruption in something. I have a feeling it's almost like you're getting your career down. You know, you're finding your purpose, and you know, when you find your purpose, then your purpose is to share it. The Empress is someone who has learned not to allow life to make her hard and cold, right? She stays her loving, nurturing self. Listen, you know, as I say that, it takes time to reach this energy. Neither the Emperor or the Empress, I feel like, are overnight type energy. But this Eight of Swords, it's interesting because having, well, it says temptation. So having temptation next to the Eight of Swords, with the Tower on the other side of it. See what's on the bottom. Recognition and rewards. Recognition and rewards. I feel that right off the bat in your reading. Like, I feel like your money, your career, your inspiration, all of that feels like it's being expanded this year, which to me means probably for the rest of your life. You know, you've been working hard at something and something is paying off. This is really the Three of Wands. Sorry. I had to readjust myself. I had an accident and fell down my basement stairs and broke my foot. And sprained my wrist, but my wrist is feeling better. So. Some of you, I feel like, you know, well, the Sage of Swords is coming right under the Palace of Cups. So it tells me if I've created any kind of self-prison for myself, it's in my emotional house. I'm sure you have reason, you know what I mean? And with the Tower right there. But I want to dig into this right away. I'm going to bring in the Gilded Throne. Let's go right over it. We have Mom and Dad. Look at that. 10 Pentacles. Popped out on its own. Not ready to take it yet, but you know, I definitely feel like it was meant to be seen. And yeah, that's what you're doing. You're building a house of abundance for yourself. Not just for yourself, but for, you know, well, 10 of Pentacles is still on the bottom there. Look at this with the Queen again. Queen of Wands. Again, now right over the Empress. Or the Emperor, excuse me. I'm going to bring these down just a hair. King of Swords. I feel like this would be you, male or female, or another Libra, Aquarius, or interesting, I just forgot Gemini. Queen and King side by side here with the Hangman. Okay, I feel like some of you are putting a hold on love. You're putting a hold on love. Why? Well, because of this Tower. And that's okay. But then we have the Star. This is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. But this is about manifesting them. Not just, hey, I have dreams. This is about bringing them to fruition. Eight of Wands certainly help you do that. Right? What I think about, I bring about. I expect good things to happen, and therefore they do. I expect good things to happen, and therefore they do. The Star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, bring them into your everyday life. Also a card of Aquarius. I'll push these over a little bit. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. We We have the Eight of Cups coming over temptation. You know what I feel like for some of you? I feel like there has been, it's almost like you're starting this new chapter in your life. Some of you could be like becoming parents type of energy. But I do feel like there's something that maybe... let's just say the lower vibration, or that can take you to a lower vibration, would call your name, so to speak, would call out to you. And I mean this within yourself. These eights talk about within. 3 8 so far. It also talks about new beginnings, though. So the Eight of Cups, it's talking about, I feel like what it's saying is, you may have just been attracted to a certain type of energy, and whether that be in a person, or whether that be in a thing, or even whether that be like an addiction, because that certainly can be what this is. But the Eight of Cups is the energy of moving away from that, and that's exactly what this person is doing. They are moving away from it. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Coming over that Eight of Swords. Okay. The first thing that popped in my mind is it makes me a little fearful that you might miss this ace. Why? Because in the Eight of Swords, I really do have a blindfold on. There's something that I need to see. There's something I need to learn. And it's something within myself. The Eight of Swords and the Emperor or the Empress don't really mix. And what I mean by that is, let's just say the Empress. Let's use her for an example. This is someone who's had many experiences and probably many challenges. Some may have held her in place for a little while, but as she moved along, she started to really learn from her experiences, learn what holds her back. She also learns not to become hard and cold to the world, and not to become hard, not allow her own heart to become hard. This is someone who is probably been on a journey of really trusting your own energy, because it is going to require that. You're the only one who can break yourself free from this prison. Nobody else can do it for you. However, then you have the Ace of Pentacles come over that. The Hangman is like, almost like, I want to live in this palace of love, but I don't know if I'm ready for it. We have the Seven of Wands coming over the Tower, okay? Well, Seven of Wands is the energy of feeling like I need to defend myself. Over that Tower. Can speak of ego energy. Listen, when I see the Emperor and the Empress together, I do think of the power couple. I do think of... I don't know, I just think there's nothing these two cannot do together if they're working together. And I mean that in love, or even in money, or both. There's nothing they can't do. It's interesting because I feel like this Tower came because of some type of ego energy. But it's mirrored by the Page of Pentacles, which is all about learning. It's all about gaining knowledge on this earthly plane and expanding with that knowledge. It's understanding it all so that I don't, the Empress nor the Emperor would allow themselves to live in this Eight of Swords. Doesn't mean that they can't find themselves there, but they would recognize it pretty quickly. Now, if I'm just holding off love, let's say, because I really want to focus on my pentacles, that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your life. But I feel like Divine is saying, but what if we have something else that you haven't thought of. So this ace comes in, and this ace is something that is going to expand your world. All right, I want to take some cards under this. Whoa, going crazy. We have the Queen of Cups. Can be a, I was going to say Virgo. Can be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be, though. You know, Queen of Cups is someone who, in the upright, is loving and nurturing. Queen of Cups is someone who appreciates relationships, appreciates that special person. I also have to say, I feel like, you know, some of you may be, there's the Hermit, there's the Virgo I was feeling. What was I going to say? Some of you may already be in an existing relationship, and you may find that, you know, as long as you let go of, or let me put it a different way, like, instead of being fearful of taking chances, I'm going to allow myself to step into it, right? The Empress and the Emperor are all about trusting their own energy. I don't need to create walls of protection. Listen, if you try to get through my energy field and you are of a lower vibration, not going to happen. It's going to set off my whole alarm system. I'm going to see it. I'm going to know it. Now I just have to trust that. And that's some of this, what it's talking about. It's learning to come back to you and trust your energy. You know, the High Priestess to me is your intuition, and your intuition is your GPS for this lifetime. And that's what you want to learn to trust above all. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Hermit. So, I like that the Hermit, first of all, is coming over the Eight of Swords, because, especially with the Ace of Swords right there, I feel like right away that's the ability to move out of that. The Hermit, so, you know, maybe this Eight of Swords is somewhat older energy. Maybe not, but if it isn't, this is allowing you to see that, right? And trying to get you to measure what comes to you by energy. This is the wise one. Due to my reflection. You know, that's what the Hermit is about. Reflecting. Reflecting back. Maybe just on my last chapter, maybe on every chapter of my life. And understanding through each chapter, through each pinnacle, even through the difficulties, there's been the ability to learn a lot about myself. And then I feel like when you realize that, that's when you start sharing with the world. The Hermit is illuminating this Eight of Swords, so you definitely want to look at that. And I'm saying that because the Ace of Pentacles is right above it, and the Ace of Swords is right next to it. Hermit's also illuminating the Tower. So I feel like what that means is, you know, there's nothing you, like, how do I want to say this? Even though we have temptation here, you know, which can be an energy that really can be kind of shadowy. I don't even know how to say it. Like, I don't know why I feel like saying shadowy. The Hermit is going to illuminate that. So the Hermit's going to illuminate like any of those cracks. But why is the Hermit illuminating it? So you can learn from it, and then so you can grow from it. I don't want a repeat of what I already had. Well, then you have to learn from it. You know what I mean? You don't want to just block yourself off in a room somewhere. It's totally your choice. But as a spiritual being, your spirit would tell you no. Get out there, have adventures, take a chance, see what happens. We have Justice. Made quite a mess coming out. We have Justice. Card of Libra, first of all. It's funny because I can see my nephew in here. And he has lost his mom, and I do feel like, and she's a Libra, and he's a Libra. And this is your card, by the way. But I do feel, and it was, one day she's here, next day she's not. You know what I mean? It was that type of energy. So I feel like, because I'm thinking of him, I feel like what it's saying for a lot of you is your spiritual team is with you and helping to guide you. And also, I just want you to know that it's like they know what's going on in your life. They're proactive in your life, especially spirit guides. Spirit guides are always sending you signs, always. Now, I also feel like this could be talking about a little bit of karma, some type of karmic energy. Maybe it needed to be paid back. Maybe it was from a previous life. What do I mean by that? Well, if you think of karma is like what we do to another, one day we will experience ourselves, good and bad. So, some could have been in that energy, and the tower, the tower was thrown. Some of you could certainly speak of divorce. It is the card of the law. Doesn't have to be divorce, though. It could be like cutting of ties. Okay, I want to look at a few different cards here, because you have this Eight of Cups, and this Eight of Cups tells me, because the Eight of Swords is under the Palace of Cups. I like seeing the Eight of Cups here because this is about getting emotional clarity, right? Your own emotional clarity, like cleaning up those cups, or understanding that all the cups that are knocked down, not all of them mean that much. And usually if I'm heading, like, let's say I like kind of put off love because I'm focusing on my pentacles, perfectly fine, right? But when you're like ready or wanting to put love into your life, this feels important first and foremost, right? Emotional clarity. And I feel like when you have that emotional clarity, then you have no need for these self-created prisons. You set yourself free. And when you set yourself free, it's like the universe immediately responds. Well, here's an Ace of Pentacles. Go expand your life. All right, I want to look at, well, I just realized the Star and the Ace of Pentacles are somewhat connected, so let's connect them a little bit more, because we do have the Hangman above it. Three Swords. It's interesting, though, because it did come in reverse. Three Swords is about heartache. We're looking at the Palace of Cups. But we're also looking at the Star. It's like maybe the Hangman is like a little bit of a block towards this. But I feel like you ultimately have the control over it. Because, again, the Three Swords came in reverse. Let's follow that for a minute. Let's follow that, see where it takes us. Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I have to tell you, this is the queen whose specialty is really finding those details that other people miss. All right, I don't feel quite satisfied with that yet. So I'm going to continue. I want to, again, I'm looking at this block, like the Hangman, the Star, the Palace of Cups. I don't remember what's under that, the Queen of Wands. And the reason why I'm looking at it so deeply, because this is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. The Ace of Pentacles is the way. It is the way. The Hermit is, emotional clarity. It's becoming wise. It's really learning to trust your energy. You find your light and then you become that light for others. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm still staying on the same block. Well, hello, King of Pentacles. Coming right with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I know this is a Libra reading. First of all, it's interesting. Oh, I didn't even know I had cards down here. It's interesting because we have the Empress and the Emperor. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Let's see what else we have first. Two Swords. But then the High Priestess. Okay. You know what I feel like this is talking about, Libra? I feel like it's kind of like your life is falling into place, if you allow it. I feel like this is a year where you're going to receive epiphanies. Probably epiphany after epiphany. They're like breadcrumbs. I feel like follow them, right? The High Priestess is here. Your intuition, your GPS, your higher self, your spiritual being. But it's next to that Two of Swords. First of all, we did move from the Eight of Swords down to the Two of Swords. So what does the Two of Swords mean? Two of Swords means there's just something maybe I don't want to look at. It could be about myself, right? But I need to. I don't want to block opportunities coming my way. Trust. Trust your instinct. In all areas. But especially as it relates to love. Trust your instinct. I'm not telling you, like, if you don't want love in your life that it's coming anyway. No, maybe not. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you're ready to, like, add love in, let's say, because I feel like your Pentacles, holy cow, I feel like this is going to be a year that may set you up for life. Don't forget, we saw that Ten of Pentacles. And I do feel like that. I feel like this could be a year, if you trust within yourself and trust your own abilities, I feel like it could set you up for life. And then as love enters the picture. The Hangman is not always like a block. The Hangman is seeking wisdom. Like give me the wisdom of my next step. Well, the Ace of Pentacles shows. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Here it is. Now I just got to trust. It's like follow the breadcrumbs. Okay. I also, before I let you go, I want to look at the Emperor and the Empress. Well, here's that King. Interesting. Alright, we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. That's good. I'll tell you why in a second. Look at that. We have the Empress again. And now we have the King of Wands. So we have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. We have the Empress and we have the Emperor. This could certainly talk to some of you about lessons learned and who you're becoming. You know, and especially if this is about a couple, like both becoming like the best versions of themselves. I feel like this is leaving nobody out. Now, let's go back for a second, because we have the Seven of Swords, right? Which can mean untrustworthy energy. That may be why Justice is here. The Tower is here. The Eight of Swords is here. However, the Empress takes a different approach. She looks at the Six of Swords. Six of Swords means that I've taken a moment and I've seen what's toxic to me. What's been toxic? What's been holding me back? What's been holding me down? Sometimes it's my own thoughts. And I feel like it's a mixture. So this Empress very quickly moves out of that energy. And I feel like it's another message it's giving you is like, let's just say, like, you know, you are nervous about love or any elements of your life. If you got to trust your energy. Trust your energy. I feel like this Ace of Swords is also like ring, ring, opportunity. The Empress knows exactly what's been toxic to her. So does the Emperor. They both know that. She's moving right to that king. So we have, you know, you guys know I hate to put like that it has to be a fire sign or it has to be an earth sign. It doesn't have to be any of that. You know, we have so many queens and kings. I feel like it's talking about relationships that are good, that are really coming together this year. And this reading is probably here to show you whatever blocks you may have, even if you're not looking for it. You know, it's like, even if I'm not looking for it, doesn't mean I don't want the best that I can have, right? I want my blessings. I want my blessings to come to me, and I want to be able to recognize them. And the universe is responding to that. You know, it just feels like, definitely like you've been through some difficult times. Definitely feels like you definitely want to protect yourself. And again, there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, but, you know, when you learn to use energy instead of fear, and what I mean by that is your intuition will let you know something or someone is good or bad. But you gotta trust it. And I know I keep saying that, but it is the name of the game. It is how you persevere on this planet Earth. Okay, is there anything else I want to look at? I just feel like this is about couples that are coming together. But, you know, I feel like as long as I clear my blocks, as long as I move out of the fear factor and really trust what I'm feeling. I feel like I want to take Mother Mary over all this. Forgiveness. I am willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy my life. I am willing to release old resentments, the Tower and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, releasing that. That's freedom, baby. So that I may enjoy my life. Let's read it from the book. Let's get the full message, because I feel like you need it. We need it. Who's ever watching needs it. All right. Out with the old and in with the new is the message contained within this card. If you're feeling like you're stuck in a reoccurring bad dream, the culprit is likely contained within stored unforgiveness. Throughout life, everyone has endured painful experiences. You're not alone. However, you do have a choice as to whether to continue suffering from the after effects of those experiences. Forgiveness is the purifying, detoxifying agent that allows you to move forward in a whole new way. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you're endorsing the negative behavior. It simply means you're unwilling to store the toxic burden of anger within you. And good for you for making this life-changing decision. After all, your anger only hurts you, not the offending person. So call upon Mother Mary for help in releasing old emotional burdens. Dear Mother Mary, thank you for putting your healing hands upon my heart and mind to draw out the darkness of my judgments, blame, and anger towards others. Please help me, beloved Mother, to see myself and all others as you do and be purified in my perceptions. Wow. Do you think I was meant to pull that card? Yes, I absolutely do. Eight of Wands talks about this year is going to move fast, guys. It's going to move fast, but it's also being mirrored by the star. What you think about, you bring about. This is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Can you have it all? Yes, you can have it all. Doesn't mean there's never challenges again, but with the Empress and the Empress here, or the Empress and the Emperor, the power couple, they can get through anything. Can I have a great living and a great family? Yes. Why couldn't you? This is all you needed to look at, right? This is what needs to be released along with forgiveness. And I feel like, and the rest will follow. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you. I want to give a shout out also to my sister Tracy, who is August 15th, or why do I keep saying August? October 15th. My beautiful granddaughter Lily, who I miss so much, is October 14th. And my nephew Sean, which is Tracy's son, did I say August again? October 14th for Lily, and September 24th for Sean. I am willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy my life. I love you. I pray for you, and I pray that your dreams become your reality this year. I feel like this is the year, but this is the beginning of it. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.